Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Monday, January 24th, 2022. People, as I explained yesterday in my Markets A Look Ahead, I want to stress this to you again. All right. This is a make or break moment for the market. I'm talking about the Federal Reserve for the most part, but there's another factor here I didn't speak about yesterday. I'm going to cover that right now. So let's start off with this. Again, we know this week we're going to hear from the Fed. The market has been on edge as of late, kind of factoring in, or at least trying to, what the Fed will do this week with regard to monetary policy. You and I already know. Okay, they're gonna raise rates. It's going to be a token rate hike, but the market wants to see it. Okay, uncertainty in this market is just not a good thing. So we will watch how that is going to play out. Now, it seems like, and look, this is the mainstream media, their propaganda. I don't know what's actually true or not, okay? But this is the narrative that tensions in Russia, Ukraine are rising. And that right now is hitting the market. Stock futures are lower. I'm not going to say slightly, but about 1% across the board. NASDAQ futures are lower by more than 1% right now. What does that mean? If the bell goes off now, which it won't, it'll go off in about 35 minutes, stocks would open lower. Okay. So we have a double whammy this morning hitting the market. It's almost a pan sell-off scenario. Pan meaning everything. And we'll talk more about that in a second. But to me, again, uncertainty right now is hitting the market. Once the market knows, let's put the whole Russia-Ukraine thing over to the side. Once the market sees and digests what the Fed is actually going to do. Okay, I showed you yesterday again, and I've been doing this a lot, the chart of the Fed's balance sheet, which is it's going straight up. Okay, that's not going to stop, and the market wants to know it. Okay, I know it, you know it, but the market's kind of retarded, so it wants to see what the Fed's going to do, and this issue with Russia and Ukraine, well. I touched on this recently, and let me just touch on it again real quick. If in fact some kind of combat situation opens up over there, the market's going to get hit. The market is going to get hit, and it could be substantial. Okay, you're going to see absolutely energy take off, and I mean take off. So again, look, we got to watch for these things. We got to put these things into perspective just so we're aware of what's going on. And I'll tell you one more thing just real quick. So we understand that the market has been, what are we talking about? We have the Dow Jones Industrial Average roughly 7% off an all-time record. The S&P 500 roughly 8% off an all-time record, and the NASDAQ 11%. Yes, the Russell 2000 is down 18%. I don't touch small caps. You all know that. Okay. So with that said, the market, in order for this market to capitulate, all right, to turn around, we need, maybe it'll happen today. Maybe it'll happen tomorrow. I don't know. We need the market to fall. Okay, then we get the Fed announcement, and I believe the market's going to rebound off of that Fed announcement, monetary policy. I really do. Of course, again, we have to keep our eyes on the geopolitical landscape and this issue with Russia and Ukraine. Anyway, as I said a minute ago, it looks almost like a pan sell-off and a safety trade scenario. Let's talk about why. 10-year yield lower. Okay, what does that mean? 10-year yield comes down. That means cash is making its way into the safety of the debt market. Yields come down. Dollar stronger. Right there is your classic Classic safety trade. And then subsequently, stock futures lower. That's the way it is. Okay. Safety trade. Again, uncertainty, Fed, Russia, Ukraine. Fed, Russia, Ukraine. That's what's going on here. Let's move on to other assets right now. Gold is higher, not by much. Silver is under pressure. Now, cryptocurrencies are getting hit yet again. All right. Bitcoin is around 33,500. And cryptos in aggregate are under pressure here. Okay, there's a lot going on with that as well. And also has to do with Russia talking about possibly banning Bitcoin. And look, like I said, this space is not for everyone. I have no intention of selling mine. All right. If this is getting you rattled and you have a nice profit, some of you have gotten in with regard to Bitcoin much, much lower than it is right now. Again, I've been telling you to buy this stuff since around 3,000. So if you feel like you want to get out and you want to pull some profit, there's nothing wrong with that. All right. There's no rule that says that you have to hold on to this stuff for any length of time. If you have a profit in any asset, understand what I'm going to tell you for the millionth time. It is never wrong. Never, ever to pull profit and then sit back and relax. Okay. You don't have to hold just because everyone else seems to be doing it. Okay. Just because I don't intend on selling. Look, the only reason why I hold cryptos, why I hold physical gold, physical silver, is because I'm betting against the debt, becoming our own central bank, because I sincerely believe when we get an implosion in the debt market, rates are going to spike in an uncontrolled fashion, put a lot of pressure on the stock market, and all this cash is simply going to move into commodities in a big way, and I also believe it's going to move into cryptocurrencies. So that's why I'm holding them. I don't care about the day-to-day action, the week-to-week. I really don't care at all. I don't even think about it, okay? That's the truth. I don't trade cryptocurrencies. I don't trade precious metals. I'm in these things as a long-term hold, and it allows me to sleep at night, to keep myself hedged. Okay, you understand that I've covered this a million times. So anyway, that's the story this morning. So we got a double whammy today. Appears to be hitting stock futures. Uncertainty with what the Fed is going to do this week and this Russia-Ukraine issue. So as I said, stock futures are lower. Almost like a pan sell-off. Looks like a safety trade to me, a fear trade to me. And again, we're just gonna follow it. We're gonna look. I'd like to see a capitulation like today, for example. But again, a capitulation meaning a big sell-off in the stock market today. This is what I would like to see. And then we're going to get the Fed decision here on Wednesday. So it would be a nice scenario, but the fly in the ointment again remains Russia-Ukraine. So we'll see. We'll see how this whole thing plays out, people. So that's the story this morning. Pretty straightforward. I think I covered it all for you. You know what to look for. I think you know what to anticipate moving forward. Look, it's just about understanding the current environment and why you are doing certain things. You can't say, okay, I'm going to do this or I'm not going to do this, but not have a foundation. You must be sitting on a strong foundation. All right. If you look at the debt market here, although we have this, fear trade, safety trade thing going on here, debt market, again, there's no red flags, people. There's not a single red flag here. So the fact that the market has come under some pressure lately, nothing major. Again, I went over what we are down with regard to the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ. Russell 2000 taking the biggest hit. And there's nothing here. There's nothing here right now that tells us to run to the hills. We just got to sit tight. And we're going to get through this like we have year after freaking year after freaking year for the longest time. All right? So let's stay calm. Let's stay relaxed. Let's keep the action below the waist. I think you all know what I'm talking about here. And look, I will see all of you at the end of the day. It's going to be just fantastic as it always is. I'm looking forward to it. And, well, I'm out of here.